Easter Seals of New York was a godsend. It came into my life at a time when I was most in need.
Easter Seals is really an organization that focuses on community cures. So depending on the community, we look to see what the needs are, what's slipping through the gaps, and then we try to fill that need.
And we already cover how to copy.
To try and help people live independent, hopeful, the fullest lives that they're possibly capable of living.
Paul.
The last one is Ray.
Eric is 16 years old. He was diagnosed with autism at the age of about 18 months.
Excellent job, Eric.
The diagnosis was difficult.
I was devastated. His future and the future of our family was going to be quite different than I had dreamed of.
Short sleeves are in hot weather, sweatshirt in cold weather. You did a great job.
Eric's a really sweet kid. He's great with people. He's very kind. Unfortunately, because of autism, he is nonverbal.
There's not a mean bone in his body, but he can become self-injurious when he's upset. And he's usually upset if his routine is broken.
The Kessler Center is a academic program as well as there are some students that are residential. The students are able to learn the social skills that are needed to be able to function in a community. My hope for Eric is that he will be able to live a life that, all of us expect for ourselves.
Good night, I'll see you in the morning. Bye.
Eric was in a different group home. Prior to the Kessler Center, we watched it grow. Literally, we would take our bikes and ride by here and watch it develop. And now he lives about 1 mile from us. The staff is always willing to greet us and make us feel at home.
Hi, Colin. Hi, Jay.
The Kessler Center is really a unique model, these educational residential facilities. And the state of New York was actually sending so many of these kids outside of the state. We know that there's a huge difference to these kids if they're close to their families, if they're in their communities, and really care for them along the whole growth process.
Grover does not say.
Easter Seals is Eric's home away from home. And the core staff is deeply invested in not only Eric, but all of the other children.
Good.
And Easter Seals allows me to have pause in caring for Eric. That makes me a better mom, a more patient mom, and a more loving mom to him.
It's okay.
Port Jervis Outreach has twice as many people as they did 5 years ago. You see the lines, and now we have to actually give out tickets, and we actually do this in a staged amount, because of the lines being so great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And to see these people in need, needing coats, needing food, etc., is just heart-wrenching.
Every school that we have, we go into a community and we assess the needs. When we came into Port Jervis, we realized very quickly that the issue wasn't only the special needs. It was pervasive poverty.
We're trying to keep up.
Our board members went up, looked at it, and said, we're going to change it.
You're welcome.
We set up a food bank, we give out toys, we give out food, we do interventions for families, and we still keep our core mission there of education for children with disabilities as well, but the services sort of broadened out based on the need of that city.
People are suffering. I know a lot of people that lost their job. I'm very thankful to everyone here.
Good boy, Daniel.
Can I open it?
No, I gotta wait till Christmas.
People hear the name Easter and they immediately assume that there's a religious connotation or a connection to it. There's absolutely no religious affiliations. We serve all people. It's really just a part of the history of Easter Seals, and it has to do with the stamps or seals that people used to see back in the day, raise money through the mail. And the most successful one that they ran, these campaigns to raise money, was at Easter, hence the symbol of the lily for Easter Seals New York.
Not being able to find a job was pretty devastating financially and emotionally. I had never had a negative image of myself, but you start to question whether or not you have anything to offer. Easter Seals New York, CSEP, it is a training to employment program for 55 and older individuals that have been having difficulty getting back into the workforce.
You're going for speed, right?
Yes.
Accuracy?
Yes.
It provides you with placement at what's called a host agency, where you get more employable skills, or you can also take classes to make you more employable.
1 minute. Start.
The staff up here just had such amazing success at getting folks back into the world and getting them back into the jobs and getting them a living wage where they can really succeed and thrive. And many of them do. That's the beauty of it. We hear from them down the road that, they're thriving.
I got accepted into the program in February of 2011, and my placement was at Easter Seals New York. Now I'm employed as a case manager with Easter Seals. So it has been a complete turnaround, going from one end of the spectrum to another, of being on the verge of homelessness, of subsisting on the minimal. It was taking a toll on both me and my daughter. Thank goodness for Easter Seals, because it gave me the opportunity to show not only myself but others that I was still capable. And now to be able to provide for ourselves, it's just a world of difference.
Yes, the bus. Let's go. Bye.
When Lucas was born, I noticed that his head was an odd shape. Sure enough, the results came back, metopic craniosynostosis. Basically, the bones of the skull fused prematurely. It was a rough ordeal. After the first surgery, the neurosurgeon suggested that we meet with someone to make sure that he was okay developmentally. I remember she said that there were some significant delays.
Lucas is one of our early intervention children, and he's receiving classroom services called special instruction. When he initially came to us, he wasn't able to even make eye contact. He cried. He's here for 2.5 hours, 5 days a week. He cried the entire time and had a really hard time adjusting to being around other children, around other people, and he's come a long way, as you can see.
The Easter Seals Bronx Development Center started in the top floor of a public school years ago, over 25 years ago, and has moved now to a larger facility that we're standing in right over here. About 135 children from the ages of 2 to 5 have found a home.
Lucas has done a 180. It's unbelievable. The teachers are amazing, of course. I mean, they call me all the time. They give me homework, right? So everyone is very involved. They really, truly love your child. That's all you can ask for.
The reality is that you can really make an impact early. So we really want to focus as much as we can on these kids at a young age to really try to move the needle early on and get them either into mixed ed or regular ed classrooms down the road.
Easter Seals New York has changed my life and has given me new hope and a different perspective, because I really didn't know what to do. I hope that Lucas someday surpasses my hopes and dreams. That's what I need him to do. Live a bigger life than I can ever wish for him.
Hard work, dedication, love. It's the three things that keep us bound together and working. You guys were fantastic. I feel like I'm surrounded by some of the greatest people in the world, so thank you so much for all your time. It's just amazing, day in, day out. Just in perpetual motion and just constantly growing and thriving and striving to improve the world that we live in. I'm just lucky to be a part of it.